Hello guys, welcome back to the video. Today we're gonna be showing you how to make an overlay that fades in and fades out. Yeah, basically that. So let's do that. So in order to make an overlay that fades in and fades out depending on a value, we can create an overlay like as usual. Let's call this like I don't know, anything. Low energy overlay. Yeah. Anyway, here we go. There's this empty overlay. You go ahead and just give it a texture. Right now I have this texture. If you go and click on the base texture, it will do a full screen texture over here of whatever you selected. I have this right now. I want to control its opacity of like through a variable. Yeah, let's do that. So we have this. We just save it now. There's not much to do here. Like, how do we even change it? As you can see here, I had this generated code viewer section over here. As you can see, there's like a bunch of code that we don't understand. This is the part where it draws the background, like this thing. Yeah, and in order to control how opaque it is, there's this value over here, set shader color, and specifically the fourth parameter, this one. There's like two of these guys. Okay, just we have to like adjust the first one, not the second one. So here we go. There's this value, and we just need to make it receive a number. Yeah, we'll do that now. So let's create a variable over here. Variable. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it as like yeah, I'm gonna put this like energy, like so. It's gonna be like a player lifetime. Yeah, here. So boom, player lifetime. I'm gonna set the default to be 100. I'm gonna add max energy like before. Okay, I'm gonna add max energy, which is like this. You just select a number, and player lifetime percent doesn't matter in max, but I'm just gonna put it lifetime here. So here we go, boom, 100. So each player will have energy and max energy. Anyway, let me just quickly make a procedure that returns anything. Okay, let me just like get low energy overlay. I mean, it doesn't have to be low energy, or you can use it however you want. So right now I'm just using low energy system. Anyway, get low energy overlay value. Here we go. So here we go. As you can see here, this procedure will return a number. So if I go to advanced, or wait, it's not in advanced, it's in flow control. Flow control, return number, like so. You can add a fixed value. So how do we adjust opacity? So it's gonna be between 0 and 1, and if you do like higher or like negative, it will probably not do stuff as intended. So best to be within that range. So let's do stuff with this. So we have energy, we have max energy. How do we make them be in a range from 0 to 1? So we can do this. So I grab this addition, I change this to divide, like so, and then I remove this. I don't need this anymore. And then let's get our variables. So if we go to custom variables and go find get number, I'm gonna get this. Okay, I may just remove this, it's taking up so much space. I'm gonna copy this twice and switch one of them to max energy. I'm gonna make this extend so it's more readable. So it's gonna be energy over max energy, like so. This, what will happen if basically if you have full energy, it will display maxed out overlay, like fully opaque, where it's more displayed. We need it to be the other way around. So when it's at 0, your energy is at 0, it will be shown. So to do that, you just do this. You change this to negative and just do 1 minus whatever the result is. Boom. You can put any number you like here to control the opacity of the overlay. If you have like a specific overlay, it doesn't have to be energy based. Yeah. So this is what I'm gonna do. That's exactly what I'm gonna do, and I'm just gonna save this. And now, how do I pass in that overlay thingy? Right now, over here there is display overlay in game. This is this requires logic return. So yeah, we need it to be like gradual and based on opacity instead of like either show or do not show. So let's try to do that. So if I close this, just make sure I save correctly. I'm going to save mode element. Here we go. Time to lock the mode element. Yeah, it doesn't need, you don't have to do a lot of changes here. So just lock the mode element like so. Open this code, and then as you can see, specifically right before the if true, there's a line called set shader color. Yeah. So what you do here is go to the last number over here, delete that, and add a open and close parentheses, and within that type in float. This will convert the number procedure that returns into a float. So right now there's like right now MCreator uses double. Double is like a double precision like decimal number. You can put like really high precision number. This wants like low precision numbers basically. So let me just go back to workspace, and I have to know what this variable. I could like just copy this, get low energy overlay value, but then that's not the class name. So I could go over here, right click this, actually you don't have to right click, because right click there's nothing here. So go over here, and then over here there is edit code. You will not edit anything over here. Just copy this section, the public right after public class. Yeah, just copy this, boom, and then right after this thing we just made, the open and close parentheses with the float in the middle, you just right after that paste this, and then open and close parentheses. And now what if we try to run this? It will fail to compile because it needs access to the entity. So let me just press Ctrl W to add all the imports, Ctrl S to save, and then Ctrl B to build. As you can see, there's an error because this expects stuff. So let me go back here, edit the thing. Before I edit, as you can see in required dependency it says entity. Yeah, it needs an entity because we're trying to take a value from a player. So let me just open the code editor for the procedure. As you can see, it requires an entity. Yeah, basically that. Let me go over here. How do we pass in the entity? How do we know which one is the entity? As you can see here, there is an entity right over here. Player entity equal Minecraft get instance player. Let me just copy this and scroll down, get low, whatever the procedure is called, paste this here. Also, there is something wrong here. This is not how you do it. So you have to do dot execute right before this, like so. So get low energy overlay value procedure, or whatever your procedure is called. Look at the class, your class, and then do dot execute, and then open close parentheses and put all its requirements. So right now, let me go back here. Let me actually first, before we go back, let me press Ctrl W, Ctrl S, Ctrl B to format, save, then build. See, there's no errors. Let me explain further here. So like imagine your overlay has more things to it. So like XYZ for example. Let me just make a dummy variable here. So V, I'm gonna call V whatever, doesn't matter. So if I go ahead and put this like this, so, and then let me find here vectors like this. Now this requires XYZ. Yeah. And if I press save, it will fail. And it will fail on the overlay, not here, because what we did is still correct and on procedure. You have to always go back. Actually, before you go back, you look at the generated code of this procedure. As you can see, there's instead of just entity, now there is XYZ. You have to pass in the parameters here as exactly as the same order over here. So it says XYZ then entity. So over here, as you saw here, execute and then just pass entity. I can just do X, Y, Z, then like with separated by commas, like so. This overlay already has XYZ. It doesn't have to be XYZ. You can actually just hard code a number like this. Yeah, because it wants a number. It wants any number. Yeah. So let me revert whatever I just did right now. So save this, and just remove this thing over here. Close the generate code viewer, and over here now, if I save and build, everything should work. See, I'm pressing Control B, nothing bad happens. Anyway, we need a way to control the actual energy right now. So here we go. I am going to add a different procedure that's for testing, by the way. So here we go. Test energy adjustment. So usually when you make an energy system, you will make a tick procedure for the player, and I don't know, when it slowly regenerates over time, and when you use it, it deducts, basically like that. So this is like, let me see. So I've made test energy adjustments. This is just for testing right now. I'm just gonna like, if you press something, it will increase. If you press something else, it will decrease. So here we go. Chat, player sent chat. Okay, I'm gonna do this. So if else if, this thing, yeah. So I'm gonna go here on the provided dependencies, double click on the text, yes, and then go to logic, put this in, and then go back to text here and do this, and then put this over here, duplicate that, put this here, and in the beginning let me do increase. The second one is gonna be decrease. Yeah, if I type in chat increase, it will increase. If I type in the chat decrease, it will decrease. Yeah, basically that. So let me just yeah, let me do that. So go to custom variables, energy, like so, and then here. So over here, I'm like trying to organize this. So okay, we don't need to make it external. So here we go. We set, then we, where is it? We get again the energy, and we just have to add by whatever number we want, whatever increment. I'm gonna leave it as 10, like so, and copy paste this, and over here just subtract. I'm also gonna add a limiter so that it doesn't go like beyond the maximum or below 0. Here we go. I'm gonna like add an if statement here. I'm gonna put it outside because this is for testing right now, so it doesn't matter if I put it inside or outside. So if energy is like greater than, if it's greater than whatchamacallit, actually I'm gonna put inside actually, yeah. So when it increases, it checks if it's greater than max. Okay, so I'm gonna grab this, change this to max energy, and if it's greater than max, set the energy to be equal to the max, basically like that. So I'm gonna remove this, max, boom. Let me copy the entire if statement over here, and now put this over here. This is gonna be different. So if this is less than 0 instead of the max, when you decrease, the energy will be equal to 0, basically like that. So for if like you lose energy, if it somehow goes below 0, it will readjust and it goes back up to 0. If it over here, when you increase and it goes back beyond the maximum, it will set the energy to be equal to the maximum. So it's like hard locking it, it's clamping it. So yeah, let me just test this now. I have this test code now finally. So as you can see here, this is a normal world, nothing is wrong. Let me just type in decrease. Look at this. As you can see, you don't see much change. I can tell on my screen, but I don't know if it's visible on you know, on your on like video. Let me just decrease further. So as you can see, it slowly appears. Look at this. I can control the opacity. Okay, I reached the maximum. So this, I have 0 energy right now. Let me increase. So increase will revert the process. Yeah. Right now, this test is like manual. Yeah. So as you can see, it works at least, but depending on what you make, at least now you know how to control the opacity. So hopefully guys learned something in this tutorial. If you want more, press the like button, and see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.